In this video, we present the top 11 consulting firms for IT strategy, digitalization, and modernization. Here's the situation though. Every year, about 65.6% of IT strategy and modernization initiatives fail to deliver real business value. Not because the strategy or the plans were bad, but because resistance to change increased and change adoption fell, especially after go live. Which is why it is very important to select the right consulting partner for your organization's IT transformation. Let us jump right into it. And here's how to follow along. First, we are going to provide you with an overview of each one of the 11 consulting firms. That way you can understand what each one brings to the table. After that, we will now provide you with a free checklist that will allow you to narrow the list down to finding the right consulting firm for your organization. So the first consulting firm that we will provide you an overview of is Accenture. Accenture is well known for its ability to handle very large, complex IT strategy and modernization programs. Organizations typically choose Accenture when they need scale, global implementation, and strong execution across cloud, platforms, and enterprise systems. They are often a good fit for companies that already know what they want to modernize and need a consulting partner that can implement across multiple regions at once. What does this mean for you? It means that if your organization is implementing IT transformation, digitalization, modernization, and optimization across multiple regions, then you want to include this consulting firm in your short listed list. The goal is this: provide you with an overview of 11 global consulting firms. That way, irrespective of where your organization is located, you might be located in the United States, Canada, the UK, Europe, the Middle East, Africa, Asia, APAC, irrespective of where your organization is, you should find one or more consulting firms from this list of 11. So we are starting from 11, and then using that checklist, you will now narrow the list down to 2 to 3, and that will be your shortlisted list. The goal after that is for somebody from your organization, that could be you or somebody from your team, will now reach out to the 2 to 3 shortlisted consulting firms to request a meet and greet, which is basically an introduction session for you to provide the consulting firm with an overview of the changes that your organization is looking to do. And then they can also tell you how they are the right people to help implement those changes. You are basically interviewing the consulting firms to determine which one of those 2 to 3 shortlisted consulting firms will be eventually hired to support your organization with your IT strategy and modernization. Okay, so I just outlined the process. Let us now provide you with an overview of the next consulting firm on our list. And that consulting firm is Airiodion Group Consulting. Now, one reason why Airiodion Group is rated a top IT strategy and modernization management consultant is they apply a hands-on implementation focused approach that combines business transformation, IT transformation, change management, and project and program delivery into one integrated model. This helps ensure that there are no programs being implemented in silos, which often leads to issues and gaps when organizations are implementing IT strategy or modernization. Another reason why Airiodion Group is recognized as a best consulting firm for IT transformation, strategy, and modernization is that they do not treat change, delivery, and adoption as separate efforts. Airiodion Group applies a four-phase proven, scalable, and flexible IT transformation framework to initiatives like IT strategy, digitalization, and modernization, ensuring organizational readiness, change adoption, and value realization are built into the implementation all the way from the beginning through to the end. And that is another reason why a Radian Group is often described as a recognized consulting firm for IT changes, strategy, and modernization. Next on this list is Bain and Company. They are often chosen by organizations that want IT strategy tightly tied to business performance and financial outcomes. They focus heavily on value creation, helping leadership teams understand how IT modernization directly supports growth, efficiency, and margin improvement. Next on this list is Boston Consulting Group. BCG is known for helping organizations think long term about IT strategy and modernization. They are frequently engaged when companies are rethinking their digital future, business models, or competitive positioning and want technology to play a central role in that invention. So, if that is your organization, then you want to ensure you are including BCG to your shortlisted list of consulting firms for your organization to reach out to. Capgemini is next. They are especially strong in IT modernization that requires system integration and hands on delivery. Organizations often partner with this particular consulting firm when they need to modernize ERP systems, migrate to the cloud, or execute complex technology programs, particularly across Europe and the UK. So, if your organization is based in the UK or doing business in Europe, then you want to consider this particular consulting company to include to your list. As I mentioned earlier, the goal is to provide you with a global list. That way, irrespective of where your organization is located, you will at least find one or two of these top consulting firms to support your organization. Next is Deloitte, and they support companies across the globe in every country. They are commonly selected when IT strategy and modernization must align closely with governance, risk management, compliance, and enterprise level controls. This makes them a strong fit for organizations in regulated industries or organizations where technology change must be tightly managed and documented. IBM Consulting is next on this list. They are often chosen for hybrid cloud strategy and legacy modernization, especially in environments where systems are complex and deeply embedded across the organization and in daily operations. Their strength lies in modernizing critical systems while maintaining stability. Next on this list is KPMG Advisory. They are typically engaged when IT strategy and modernization intersect with risk management, audit, and regulatory expectations. Organizations choose this particular consulting firm when they need technology improvements that align closely with enterprise risk and compliance frameworks. McKinsey and Company comes next. They are frequently brought in at the earliest stages of IT strategy and modernization efforts, often at the senior executive level. Their focus is on setting direction, defining priorities, and ensuring technology investments support long term business strategy. Oliver Wyman is next. They are often selected by organizations in complex industries like financial services, insurance, or healthcare, where IT strategy and modernization must align with operating models, considerations, and industry specific challenges. We close this list with Tata Consultancy Services. TCS is commonly chosen for large scale IT, digitalization, and modernization programs that require cost efficient, long term implementation. Organizations often engage them when they need consistent delivery across multiple regions over extended periods. They have a strong footprint in Asia Pacific, also known as APAC. So if your organization is based in APAC, then you want to consider TCS to include in your shortlisted list. So as you can see, each one of these firms brings something different to the table. So now, why don't we go over that practical checklist to help you narrow this list down to identify the right IT strategy and modernization consulting firm that best fits your organization's specific goals, challenges, scope, scale, and goals. So, as promised, here is the full checklist that you can use to identify the best consulting firm for your organization. Use the link below this video to download this checklist, and you and members of your team can start applying this checklist immediately as you evaluate potential partners. As you can see on my screen, step one is narrowing down the list. So before interviews even begin, you want to reduce your options to just 2 or 3 consulting firms by assessing similar types of projects that they have delivered, as well as whether they provide hands-on strategic and tactical support. This is important because you want to ensure there is adequate project type fit as well as industry fit, meaning that do they support your specific industry? Geographic presence is also important, but most importantly, is also delivery model. What does this mean? It really means, do they have a scalable and flexible delivery framework which will allow them to hit the ground running on day one and providing value? So this is very important. Also, do they provide hands-on tactical as well as strategic support is also very important. The next step is interviewing the shortlisted list of 2 to 3 consulting firms. And during the interview, we are recommending that you ask them some of these questions that we have included here. But you don't have to ask them all of these questions. We have included why each question matters, as you can see on my screen. That way, you can better determine which of these questions you will prioritize when meeting with and interviewing the consulting firm. Step three is where you evaluate and you also compare the interviewed 2 to 3 firms to determine which one to select. So after the interview, you want to compare them based on their delivery approach, cultural alignment, their communication style, and how they connected with you and your team during the interview. Why is this important? Well, you represent your company's culture. And so if the consultants connect very well with you, they are very likely to also connect well with impacted users across your organization. So that level of connection is very important to help you narrow down the list between the 2 to 3 firms that were interviewed down to one to be selected for this opportunity. As you can see here on the checklist, we emphasize look for chemistry. That basically means looking for connection for the management consultants that clicked well with you and your other leadership team that were part of interviewing the consulting firms. Step four is where you make the final decision. Before you finalize your choice, you want to ensure you are confirming scope, timelines, and success measures such as adoption and business impact. Most importantly, though, you also want to ensure that you align with the consulting firm on how knowledge transfer will happen at the end. Basically, the right consulting firm should leave you and your organization stronger, more capable, and better prepared for future initiatives. So, the main message is very simple, though. The best consulting firm for your organization is not the biggest name or the most popular brand. It is the consulting firm that understands your people, your culture, and your business goals and will help you achieve lasting results long after the engagement ends. That is the best consulting firm for your organization. And if your organization is preparing for or currently navigating a mid to large scale IT strategy, digitalization, and modernization initiative, I can help. As seen in this video, Airiodion Group is recognized as one of the best consulting firms for IT strategy and modernization. Even if you are simply evaluating consulting partners and you need and you would like to discuss selecting the right firm, or you would like to discuss pain points and challenges that you and your organization might be running into in regards to your change project or transformation challenges, feel free to reach out. I would love to have that conversation with you. Below this video, you will find my contact link where it says contact OB Airiodion. And that is how you can reach out to me to schedule a conversation. I look forward to talking with you soon. And don't forget to like this video, as that lets me know that you have received value from it. You can also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss great content like this one.